Yes, welcome back everybody. My name's Austin. Breaking news if you hold crypto. An agreement has been reached. We finally have a conclusion to the Gemini Genesis fiasco, as well as DCG, Digital Currency Group, has started to sell assets. So both big stories, we'll go through both, starting with Gemini. Gemini and Genesis reach a $100 million agreement over their earn program. So as you know, the Winklevi twins have been at war with Genesis since last year, and this has been confirmed, that crypto lender Genesis does owe over $900 million to Gemini's clients. So Genesis lost almost $1 billion of Gemini's clients' money. Well, within the last 24 hours, Cameron Winklevoss, of the co-founder of Gemini, has put out a statement. Today, Gemini reached an agreement in principle with Genesis Global Capital, as well as Digital Currency Group and other creditors, on a plan that provides a path for earn users to recover their assets. This agreement was announced in bankruptcy court today. And why this matters is because this plan is a critical step forward towards a substantial recovery of assets for all Genesis creditors. So you will get your money back if you use Gemini Earn. Maybe not 100%, maybe 80 cents on the dollar, hopefully not 50 cents on the dollar. But now both teams are working together and there is now a plan in place. In addition, Gemini will be contributing up to $100 million more for Earn users as part of the plan, further demonstrating Gemini's continued commitment to help Earn users achieve a full recovery. And finally, Cameron Winklevoss finished with, there is still much work to be done to complete this process, including further due diligence of Genesis's financials and judicial approval of this plan, but we are confident that we can now have a framework in place to execute on. So what this means to me, this appears to be the beginning of the end of the bear market. Genesis was the last big crypto company that may go belly up. They did file for bankruptcy, that we just didn't know what was going to happen. It was a big unknown. And now after the bankruptcy, after this agreement, this is a very positive sign. Now, it doesn't mean the selling's over. FTX still has assets. They're in bankruptcy court, and they're of course going to have to sell a lot of that. DCG needs money bad, and it turns out they are selling. DCG is selling holdings in several Grayscale trusts. As we know, Grayscale operates GBTC, Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, which has over $10 billion plus in assets under management. I think Grayscale controls, maybe it's like 3% of the total Bitcoin circulating supply. Regardless, they do own a large part of the Bitcoin supply. And if they need money, this is of course, their assets are of course what they're going to sell. Well, the news today is they are selling some of their holdings at a steep discount, and we do know this was reported by the Financial Times, citing U.S. securities filings. So they have to file all this publicly. And according to the Financial Times report citing filings, DCG's recent share sales have focused on their Ethereum fund, where the group has moved to sell about a quarter of its stock, not all of it, just 25% of it, to raise as much as $22 million in several trades since the end of January. And of course, these are being sold at a heavy discount to encourage buying. The company is selling about $8 per share, despite each share's claim to $16 of Ether. So it appears that's 50 cents on the dollar. They're worth 16, people are buying them for 8. In a direct quote from DCG, they say, "This is simply part of our ongoing portfolio rebalancing." Yes, obviously, they're rebalancing their ETH, selling their ETH for more cash. So what this means to me as a crypto investor, and keep in mind, I'm not a registered financial advisor, nor can I see the future, so make your own decisions. But to me, this just means that while we're closer to the end, I believe, of this bear market than the beginning. Headlines like this tell me that we're not going to enter full-on bull market while we have all this sell pressure from all these crypto companies. I think 2023 will be times of ups and downs, but probably chop solidation, at least for these first few months. That's what I believe. You tell me down below what you believe, and like always, see you tomorrow. Make sure you click subscribe. As this news comes out, I'm going to keep you updated.